Have you ever watched a company make a move that looked brilliant at the beginning? The sort of move praised in meetings and applauded online, only for the entire thing to quietly collapse a few months later. When that happens, most people say the leadership made a mistake, the market shifted, or the strategy was flawed. But if you watch this happen enough times, something uncomfortable starts to appear. The people making those decisions were often intelligent and experienced. So, why do some decisions look perfectly logical in the moment and then painfully obvious after they fail? And why do a few people seem to sense that something is wrong much earlier, even when looking at the same reports as everyone else? There's an explanation for this, and it has almost nothing to do with predicting the future. The real difference comes down to whether someone understands the environment surrounding a decision before they act. And there is an ancient strategic system designed specifically to read that environment, not in a mystical way, but in the same practical way a sailor reads the wind before setting sail. It's called Dunjia. Before we get to the map itself, we have to understand the territory. The year 2026 is the year of the fire horse, an incredibly rare and potent combination that happens only once every 60 years. This isn't just another year. It's a fundamental shift in the environment. The last fire horse year was 1966, a time of massive social and political change. The fire horse brings an energy of intense ambition, transformation, and unstoppable momentum. Think of it like a wildfire. This creates an environment of high stakes, rapid fire decisions where acting on impulse is punished. For most businesses, this year will feel like a pressure cooker, a time of chaos where you have to move now or get left behind. Most of your rivals will get caught in this trap, making moves out of haste instead of strategy. But you won't, because you'll have the map. So what is this map? For over 2,000 years, Dunjia was a closely guarded secret, developed for military strategy by Chinese emperors and generals. It's a system of strategy, timing, and divination. Think of it as a sophisticated weather and terrain map, but for human action. A chart maps the energy of a moment onto a 3 by 3 grid, and inside this grid, one of the most practical layers is known as the 8 doors. These doors simply describe patterns of human behavior that appear under certain conditions. They reveal the strategic mindset of the people involved in a situation. Let's say you know your biggest rival is planning a major move. You check the chart for their timing. If you find them in the palace with the open door, you can bet they're planning a major public offensive. The open door is about new beginnings and big moves. Someone here feels confident and ready to launch. Their blind spot, they can be so focused on the prize that they overlook the hidden risks. But what if they're in the rest door palace? This door is about stability, recovery, and taking care of internal matters. A company here isn't looking for a fight. They are consolidating. Their blind spot, they will likely miss fleeting opportunities that require a bold move, mistaking a moment of calm for permanent stagnation. Now, a tougher spot. Your competitor is in the injury door palace. This door is linked to conflict, setbacks, and damage. A business here is likely in crisis mode, trying to stop the bleeding from a recent failure. Their blind spot is almost everything, as their focus is so narrow and internal that the entire market could shift without them noticing. Or perhaps they're in the delusion door. This one is about obstacles, delays, and hidden problems. They feel stuck and their plans are blocked. They are hiding a weakness, so focused on internal problems that they're completely vulnerable to a competitor who acts quickly and clearly. When you start to see the strategic advantage here, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that this kind of thinking is valuable. And if you want to make sure you don't miss what's next, subscribe to the channel. The real power of this map, especially in a volatile firehorse year, isn't just predicting a rival's move. It's about actively positioning yourself for the win. While your competitors are tossed around by the impulsive currents of 2026, you use the map to find your own path of least resistance. You start asking, where is the life door for me right now? The life door represents growth, wealth, and prosperity. When you time your launches to align with this door, you are swimming with the current, not against it. You also look for the scenery door, which governs reputation and perception, perfect for a marketing push. And you learn to avoid your own injury door or death door periods when making big decisions. The death door isn't literal. It represents endings and is the perfect time to let go of projects that aren't working, something rivals often fail to do. The 2026 Firehorse year will be a time of immense challenge and opportunity. Fortunes will be made and lost. Most businesses will give in to pressure, reacting with impatience and making costly mistakes when they are operating without clear guidance. You are no longer blind. Dunjia gives you the framework to decode the energy around you, anticipate your rival's mindset, and see their blind spots. But more importantly, it gives you the power to choose your own timing. While they're being driven by the wild, chaotic energy of the Firehorse, you'll be the one holding the reins. The question is no longer, what will my rival do? The question is, where do I need to be to win? With this map, you finally have the tool to